Very good morning to you. Welcome to the Friday edition of Sports This Morning. I'm Yemi Adebayo.
And I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Okay.
All right, let's go straight into it. Good news coming from the camp of Nigeria's women under 20 team. That's the Falconets. And of course, they've restored pride, they've restored hope, and the campaign is back on track after that 1-0 victory over Haiti at the FIFA under 20 Women's World Cup right there in France.
Yeah, and of course, Rashida Dajibade converted that penalty from the sport, and of course, that was how they were able to get that 3 points, which is really crucial. China is next, and Monday we'll see how far they can go in that one. Also in the program, well, tonight, the English Premier League returns. We will all be waiting for it. The big guys they expected to spend so much money this summer, especially Manchester United, will be the ones that will get the campaign underway tonight. 8 p.m. Nigerians, of course, against Leicester City. So they're going to be playing against Maguire, the guy who just replaced Kabova.
All right, it's going to be very interesting to see Nigerians in action. Wilfred Ndidi and Kelechi Iheanacho. Hopefully they get to start that game, and we'll see what happens as it goes on. Let's switch to tennis now, and let's talk about this guy. He was on a steady rise, everything looking good, won the last Grand Slam. But the news is that former world #1 Novak Djokovic crashed out of the Rogers Cup right there in Toronto. And who defeated him? Stefanos Tsitsipas, that guy from Greece, the Greek teenager, doing it once again and also getting rave reviews for some of the things that he's been able to do. Well, Cecilia, good time for Novak to just go and sit down and prepare. For the other guys, they'll continue with their quest.
Absolutely, and of course that's what we'll start off this morning, talking about Novak Djokovic out of the Rogers Cup in Toronto. He started so well, but then Novak Djokovic never can predict sometimes, you know, just have a way of blowing hot and cold. When you expect him to perform, he just did it. But then he doesn't. But then give it to Tsitsipas. It was a good day for him. He didn't expect to get this victory because it was really hard for him. 6-3, 6-7, 6-3. Check the second set, how Djokovic was able to fight back. But somehow, Tsitsipas on his day, he was very good. Confidently, you know, he took that first set. Then Djokovic somehow fought hard in the second, taking that into the tie break. But then in the final set, broken the first return game of the decider, he maintained the advantage and, of course, got his biggest win of his career.
Yeah, very good. Victories like this will help boost the confidence of a teenager. And, you know, when you have the scalp of people like Djokovic, I mean, you'll be very happy. I mean, just look at it. Look at it. It's a moment that's going to treasure for a long time to come. Yeah. Good one for him. Hopefully, we'll see more.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, he won the Wimbledon Junior Championship in 2016, and the US Open 2015 got to the semi-final. He hasn't won a title yet, with ATP title yet. But then, with what he's doing, he's ranked 27th now in the world, and he's just 19. So watch out for this Greek freak. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call him. Okay.
Okay, now let's move over to another one. Dimitrov, he didn't have to worry at all against his own opponent, talking about beating Francis Tiafoe. It wasn't easy, not so easy. The first set, okay, 7-6, and the second set, Tiafoe taking that one 3-6, and the final set, well, also going into tie break. So it simply means Grigor Dimitrov struggled in this one, but the good thing is he was able to survive this young American.
Yeah, was able to survive. Well, Tiafoe, well, there and about. You know, he comes in, you know, but we're getting his name right there, but he lost this one. But it's bright prospects, young lad. There's a lot that we're going to see about him in the future. But the day belonged to Grigor, and he won. He won in that one, so it's okay. No shame. We'll see what happens. So Grigor, Tsitsipas, those two advanced. Then Tiafoe, Novak went by the wayside. Okay. All right. So
Nadal and Wawrinka.
Next up, I mean, a classic between two. Okay, you want to talk first? Okay, Zverev also got the job done. You know, crossed the line, defeated his opponent Daniel Medvedev. You know, 6-3, 6-2 in just 52 minutes, and that's amazing.
Yeah, amazing. But then I think I missed it up. You talk about Nadal first. Nadal at Wawrinka. That's the bigger one, right?
I was so eager to talk about Rafael Nadal, what he's been doing, and great guy. You know, he's going to use this as a preparation for the US Open. And no surprises with what he did, getting past his opponent, Stanislas Wawrinka. Like I said, classic. Between guys, forget about their ranking. These guys are in the top 5. Forget about whatever the ATP.
In the world.
Yes, whatever the ATP comes. If these guys are fit, I mean, they're the best in the craft, and they always put up a game. So Rafael Nadal went into it 7-5, 7-6. Just shows you how close, very, very close. But at the end of the day, we saw the fist bump, jump in the air. Trademark Nadal after winning any tennis game.
I mean, I'm happy for Stan Wawrinka, for him to be able to take Nadal into tie breaks in 2 sets. I think that's a plus for him, because we know how he's struggled coming back from injury and all that, just trying to get into the game more. But somehow this one just wasn't for him. For Rafael Nadal, Marin Cilic is next up for him. We'll see how it's going to do that one, knowing that they had to struggle against Stan Wawrinka, who is now ranked 195 in the world. Wow.
That's what injuries. That's what injuries
does,
and inaction,
making steady
does
progress. That's what is important.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, now Zverev, the young guy, I want to talk about. Okay, against a Russian, Daniil Medvedev. Yeah, that's the guy. Against him, that match wasn't so much of a struggle for Zverev, knowing how well he's been playing. In 52 minutes, he was done 6-3, 6-2. That's how he was able to prevail over that Russian. He's the defending champion. He had to hold his serve out in the game, winning 96% of the points on his first serve. I think maybe we should just remove Djokovic right now and start tipping this guy Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and start tipping him to really defend his title very well, knowing the way he just took out this Russian. Easy one for him, for the German.
Yeah, familiarity counts for something. He knows the turf, he knows the place. He's defending champion, so I mean that should count for something. And this guy, next best thing after the top guys. So we'll see what happens. Interesting. I'm just looking forward to young guys who will break what some people call the world order in tennis. That's the top 5. Just break it.
Next generation.
Not just by winning Grand Slams. Not just by winning, because I mean, I've always mentioned that Marin Cilic has won a Grand Slam, but I still don't reckon with him. But Zverev, maybe Dimitrov as well. They look like players, who could.
I think I'll pick Zverev over Dimitrov.
Ahead of it, but I still think Dimitrov too could get the job done.
Okay, it's still called baby fed, so he's still under the shadows of those tough guys. And up next for him will be Stefanos Tsitsipas, the guy who dispatched Novak Djokovic. See how he will be able to do this if he can and go ahead to defend his title.